Now, your Alaska Link weather for Anchorage and South Central.
We are making our way to the halfway point of February, and as we approach that point, note that we have those big old goose eggs there on the board for precipitation, as we are noting that it has been a very quiet start to the month. Overall, we've been staying slightly below average as well, bringing in an average temperature of 14 degrees since the start of this month, which is nearly 6 degrees below normal. But we are talking some changes here in the forecast as we roll over the next week ahead. Now, we are still seeing here into Thursday is the fair weather conditions going to prevail with areas of some sunshine and those cool temperatures. But we are noting that there is a snow chance that will be in place, especially for the Prince William Sound, and with the potential that some backside snow showers may be able to move their way into areas of Anchorage and the Valley. And that will take hold in the early morning hours of Friday. But then we are going to see that as that wave falls apart, we're right back to some quiet weather conditions, but watching next week where there may be some more instances of that warm northern Pacific air moving in, and that being paired up with a moisture-rich environment. But here for our Thursday, we are noting that as we roll through the day, we are starting off with that sunshine. By end of days when that system moves in, will be precipitation for areas of Anchorage, not looking likely for Thursday, but there will be some increase into that precipitation for our coastal areas. So largely looking at most of our inland spots staying partly cloudy. There will be a touch to that increase of that cloud cover, holding us to a high of 21 degrees. But looking at the forecast here, we know that the day starts off, as mentioned, with that abundant sunshine for the entire South Central. Now, as we roll into the daytime, we'll start to see that the moisture is going to be lifting in there to the east of the Prince William Sound. So here's we had past Saturday or Thursday night. That's where we start to lift that moisture in, and that's where there's a few spotty flurries that are trying to lift their way over Anchorage and into the valley, and then the highest accumulation is occurring across the Prince William Sound, where we note anywhere from a few inches of snowfall accumulation from Seward all the way over through Cordova. Also note that as that system arrives, it will be accompanied with some stronger winds for those coastal locations. Inland generally quiet, and again, as mentioned, also looking at fairly light accumulation, if any accumulation. So we'll start off our Thursday though with some sunshine as we have our sunrise at 8:45 in the morning, and we are just shy now of 9 hours of daylight, really getting to that point where we gain that daylight fairly quickly. As we'll start the day off with some sunshine, by end of day is where we're starting to watch that system lift its way into our coastal locations. We'll note that into our Friday, again, we are going to see that that system is going to have more of its influence across the Prince William Sound, especially early in the day. But we also note that system did uptick temperatures a few degrees, and we'll note that as that system dissipates, we won't see too much change up in our temperatures over the weekend, but the next week we are going to note that we're going to keep an eye on more of that northern Pacific activity, which is expected to lead those temperatures to climb back above normal for the region.